because obviously when you're your own boss and you run your own business, there's certain things you have to maintain even. So Ali, do you want to be your own boss ever?
Of course, mate. Of course, you're skiing all the time. Valid. That's 21 days for the whole year, mate.
Maybe quick?
Yeah, sorry. I might bring you guys down there, so we're going to go to the shop.
Yeah, go.
So.
You fell asleep in the bath or something. It's like, so I couldn't hear anything, and I was like,
Yeah.
Betty's not there, he must be. I was like, this is Steve.
I always spend like 10-20 minutes.
Welcome back to my channel, everybody. Today I've got a day in my life as my own boss because, as you know, I finished my economics degree and then I went on to do a master's in acting, and since I finished that about 2 months ago, I've now become my own boss basically. I'm full-time working for myself. Now, what do? Well, obviously I want to be an actor, so that's my main freelance hustle. But then I also run my own businesses on the side where I make money. I've got my NFT business, I've got Skillshare, I've obviously got YouTube. And being my own boss on this regard gives me a lot of freedom, and it works out well as long as I'm disciplined. So today, I'm taking you through a day in my life. Let me just show you this. My friends right now have gone skiing. Because we're in Andorra, we're on a cheap ski holiday. It's me and a few of the boys. And right now I'm having to do some work because obviously when you're your own boss and you run your own business, there's certain things you have to maintain even when you're away on holiday. So I've had to stay a few hours behind right now in the morning to get some work done. But there's so many perks of being your own boss, and there's obviously a few things that if you want to successfully be your own boss, then I think you need discipline. And this for me is one of the biggest perks of being your own boss. But now I need to do some work. So for today, pretty much 9 to 10, I'm working on my business. 10 to 11, I'm sorting out some acting stuff. And then 11 to 12, I'm gonna be heading over to change my ski boots and get back on the slopes. So I really wanna get this done as quickly as possible. So first up for today, I basically need to make sure that my NFT community is updated on when the new drop is and what's happening. Because I think when you're running your own business, especially in NFTs, touching base with the community is super key because, you know, it's like a relationship, you have to maintain it. Alright, so task 1 for the day is done. The slopes are definitely calling me, but I feel like one of the biggest things about being your own boss is that I have to be disciplined. I just have to be. Basically, I uploaded 30 new NFT houses for people to buy, and essentially I have to maintain that consistency within the drop so that there's a sort of foundation to build. Imagine I picked up these salopettes for £6 in a charity shop. So I guess a lot of you might be wondering, why am I my own boss now? What's happened? Well, essentially all it is that I finished obviously my economics and finance degree. I finished my acting masters 2 months ago, and for the last 2 months I've been working for myself, making money by myself, and I'm not working for anybody. Obviously with acting, you're a freelancer, and if I was to get a lot of acting jobs, I would no longer be working just for myself, I guess, but I'd still be a freelancer. And I think being your own boss is while I'm young, the sort of lifestyle I want to have, because it gives me freedom to travel, it gives me freedom to explore and not be tied down to any sort of one job. If I was to get an audition for acting, I'd have to be like, bam, I can go. And when I'm my own boss, as long as I make up those hours outside of that specific time for an audition, I should be sweet. But don't be fooled, there's obviously some bad stuff about being your own boss as well. I.e. right now I'm not skiing, I have to do some work. But your money's never fixed, so you have less security. So from my experience in the last few months, being your own boss is a certain lifestyle that takes a while to learn how to do properly. I'm on that journey still. So we just had our first offer of the day for $99 for this NFT. Again, this is fantastic, but my NFT business is successful because all the money I make gets reinvested into the project. So although you see this kind of $99, that, oh, they did that and he's just made that money instantly. Not really, because all of it gets reinvested. So it's good that we got our first offer, not reading too much into it, not going money crazy. We'll see what else happens throughout the day and we'll get back to them on that offer. Now I need to do some acting stuff. Then on the acting front, I was basically doing some admin and applying to some jobs. So yeah, here's one of my acting profiles. You know, I've just been following up on some talks recently about a film I might be doing. And again, it's only a small, short film. But with acting, basically everything to do with networking. Well, I just look down here, there's bread and pennies. Anyway, that's a bit random. But yeah, with acting, it's all about networking and making sure that when you're starting out your career, you're still getting stuff for your showreel, building up connections, doing smaller jobs, and hopefully you work your way up to the big jobs one day. So acting's now done, networking done, applying for jobs done. One final step till we make it back on the slopes. So right now I've jumped on a chairlift heading up past one of the valleys, and I'm looking to go and find the boys. Now I believe they're going to be at the jumps park, so we're going to go try and find them there. And at this point, guys, I want to say a huge thank you to PaySend for sponsoring today's video. Now, PaySend is a very convenient way to send money abroad. For example, with traditional banks, to transfer money abroad, you have to find the IBAN, and you often have to pay a hefty fee regardless of the sum you're transferring. PaySend cuts out this problem by making it super simple to transfer money abroad anywhere for a fixed fee of around the euro mark. PaySend offer extremely competitive exchange rates, which obviously means if you're sending, pounds from the UK abroad to, let's say, Australia, Australian dollars, a good exchange rate means you get better value for money. And if you use my code in the description down below, you'll get an even better exchange rate. So for example, if you were studying abroad with PaySend, if your family were to send you money, let's say because you really needed to get some food or some flights home, the transfer comes in instantly, meaning within a few seconds you can start spending the money that's just been sent to you rather than having to wait a long time. And it is super simple to send money on PaySend. You need a number or an email, and you also get a very cool debit card, which is perfect because when you have the money in your account, you can then spend that. So thank you very much to PaySend for sponsoring today's video. They'll be linked in the description down below. Make sure to use my code to get an even better exchange rate for when you first use it. I'm in Andorra and I'm living life. Right, let's go find the boys. So I need to head up all the way up there via the ski lift down here to try and find the boys. That's the one, baby. That's the one.
It was at this moment that he knew.
Jacob's not gonna do this. Alright, context. This is Jacob's first ever ski holiday, and here he goes. He's not gonna get enough speed. He's not gonna have enough speed. Oh my god! Oh my god! Nah, respect. Yeah. Fair play, man. Alright, so we found the boys. Basically, everyone's doing the jumps, but I'm not going to try them today because yesterday I fell on my shoulder on some silly Mowgli jump bit on the side of, the side of a track, and I really hurt my collarbone. I had to go pop. So yeah, don't. That's why I'm not doing it. Off to do some more runs now. When you're young, you can bounce back easily from injuries. When you get to my age, it's you've got to be careful, because if I ruin my collarbone for the rest of my life from doing a jump, I would regret it. So Ali, do you want to be your own boss, ever?
Of course, mate. Of course, go skiing all the time. Valid. I got 21 days the whole year, mate. Very simple.
Thing is, I desperately want to do these jumps, but I know if it goes wrong, I'll regret it. But this is the one I did yesterday. Missed it first time, landed it second. And then when I went off piste, it really wasn't worth getting in before. Yeah, expert skiers, Jesus. Biggest black of this trip, I reckon. What do you say, Paz? No way in hell. Huh? Few more bevs, then we'll go.
I was scared shit, it's just mudsliding down.
Yeah, the slower you go, the harder it gets, definitely.
I have to get a bit of pace on this bit.
Okay, here we're going for top speed records. Top speed. Whew.
Go, Bailey. Cheers. Mine's all good fine. I'll look at that side. That's you, mate.
What a view, mate. Après, baby.
Dave!
Oh.
Probably
Menace, bad.
I really wouldn't do that, mate.
Yeah.
I honestly think that would. 4 bottles of Jägermeister. Boss, bro! Be your own boss.
Thank
some
you.
bread, guys. Bread.
How's the culture?
Funny enough, the last time I went on a ski holiday was that vlog I made where I went with university to the French Alps, and basically I travelled to a different mountain trying to look for a black at the very end of the day by accident, and I was by myself because I didn't want to go après yet because I wanted to do a black before we went home, and it was the second to last day. And basically I didn't realise the time, travelled to a different mountain in the Alps. So then I was on a different mountain at the top of it. I was like, surely there's going to be a black here. There was no black, so I decided to ski down to the red, realised I was in a different village, phone ran out of charge, had no money. I was like, oh yeah, sorry, look, let's go back up to the top so I can ski back home. She's like, no, lifts are closed, what do I do? No money, no phone, no contact, nowhere to sleep, can't walk back across the mountains, taxis 300 euros. It's the video when I stayed in the cable car lady's house in France, and then I ended up staying in the cable car lady's house in France in her kids' room. It was a very, very interesting time. If you want to watch that, go back and watch my old Val Thorens ski trip vlog. And I went missing for a whole night, and at university no one even cares, people just assume you're just bevved somewhere. So for now, pretty much, today's work is done. Like I say, when I'm obviously on holiday, I don't want to do loads and loads of work as my own boss, but I basically want to do enough so that I keep all the momentum going with everything that I've started doing. So again, a massive perk of being my own boss, I can come on holiday whenever I like, lots of times, and I can even go on many work holidays.
All up in my head, that's how I behave. Passing up the same, waking up the same. All up in my head, that's just how I behave.